Less than 1% of the U.S. population has been a member of the armed forces. These brothers and sisters in arms are connected with a sense of integrity, service before self, and excellence in all we do. This strong bond is what brought me to the T-33 plane crash trail.
It's gonna be legend. Wait for it, Darby.
So when I was looking at trails to do when I came out to Colorado here, this T-33 plane crash trail really caught my eye just because it was a plane crash from the 1960s. It was actually 2 Air Force pilots that crashed out here. Me being prior Air Force, that kind of rung a bell with me. That's why I wanted to do this trail. The trail is an out and back trail. It's approximately 6 miles total, and they say it takes about 3 to 4 hours to do. It is rated as a pretty extreme trail as well, so I'm really looking forward to that part. In my handy dandy guidebook here, at the 0.9 mile mark, which is where we're at right now, it says, after passing through the gate at a large intersection, turn left onto FS 202, road narrows. Alright, so in the book it says at mile marker 1.1 you're going to turn right uphill and then immediately left. Popular trail, I'm not even 5 minutes into it and I'm passing my second Jeep already.
The T-33 crash site trail is a challenging side trail off from Bunk's School Road with plain wreckage at the top. The climb will test your vehicle's articulation and ground clearance. It is rated as a difficult trail with large embedded boulders mixed with loose rock. Minimum of 35-inch tires, a short wheelbase with a rear locker does help. It does have challenging tight maneuvers throughout the trees as well.
So along with the Colorado Fun Treks book, we're also using Onyx Off-Road, so we have 2 forms of navigation. About 1.5 miles or so in, we've come to our spot that is actually a little challenging. Looks like there's multiple different lines you can take. We're going to try the harder line. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, we're crawling right up this stuff. Different lines you can take. This far right one and the middle one look the hardest, and then the bypass one looks like it's all the way over. Oh, my bad. There's only 2 different lines, so they both look just as bad. I mean, the Wrangler just walks right up it though. No issues.
The T-33 crash site trail is approximately 6.2 miles round trip, so it is an out and back trail. Expect to take about 3 to 4 hours, and the high point is about 9,355 feet.
So I'm only about 1.5 miles into this trail, and so far it is pretty awesome. Just enough rocks to keep it technical and a lot of fun. Not overly hard. I mean, these are the kind of trails I wish we had back home in Michigan. This is awesome. RIP Marblehead, by the way. That is just sad, sad, sad. Drummond Island will just never be the same. So it looks like in this area there's multiple different lines you can take, 3 or 4 that I can count. It looks like all the way to the left is the hardest, bypasses all the way to the right. Let's do the hard line. Piece of cake. There's more though. Alright guys, that section that I just got done doing at the 2-mile mark, that section was awesome. I did do all the hardest lines in that section, and the JK walked right through it, no problem. Now, would I do this trail in the Gladiator? Honestly, I probably would. I don't think it's as hard as Holy Cross, and I did Holy Cross in the Gladiator, except for I would probably just be choosing different lines with the truck. Like we got another vehicle up here getting ready to come down. I will say this is probably the busiest trail that I've been on since I got to Colorado. I've seen probably 10 other vehicles already, and I've only gone a little over 2 miles. So when that's the case, I have to be really cognizant of when I get out, when I film. You know, I don't want to be holding anybody else up. Guys, so we are getting to the very end of the trail here, or where the off-road trail is anyway. And then to get to the plane wreckage, you actually have to go on foot for a little ways. So we'll go ahead and park here, and then we'll try to find this T-33. according to the Northern Guide to Colorado Back Roads and Four-Wheel Drive Trails, the Fun Treks book. So this is the northern book. I also have the one that's south of 70, and then I also have the Moab one. So in this book, on the map here, so we're parked here. It says center of crash site about 9,300 feet. And then if you go a little bit further is an engine at the bottom of a steep hill. All right, guys, let's go find it. One of the things that drew me to this trail is the fact that I was in the Air Force myself. I was Air National Guard from 2003 through 2012. I was enlisted staff sergeant, worked with the A-10 Warthog jets as a munitions journeyman. You know, it seems like a lifetime ago now because it really was. But Air Force stuff and military stuff kind of hold near and dear to my heart because it's part of my life. A little bit of an uphill climb right here.
Ahead lies the wreckage of a U.S. Air Force Lockheed T-33, the first jet trainer used by the United States Air Force. This model was developed from the Lockheed P-80 jet fighter. The T-33s served the United States Air Force from 1948 until the early 1960s, and have also served under the flag of over 20 other nations. The T-33 at this crash site was piloted by United States Air Force Major J.E. Currie and United States Air Force First Lieutenant Donald B. Darby. On June 27, 1965, Major Currie and First Lieutenant Darby had veered off from their intended flight path when they collided with the mountainside. Both crew members lost their lives. As I walked aimlessly through the wreckage of the T-33 crash site, the forest was completely silent. The only sound was the crunching of the leaves beneath my feet and my heart pounding through my chest. This could have been due from the lack of oxygen at 10,000 feet, or just from the experience of it all. No words were said. I just walked in silence, paying my respects.